Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I am so excited to try out another Believe Beauty product. This is from Dollar General. I believe Believe Beauty is only available at Dollar General. And so recently I went to Dollar General and did a huge makeup haul. And I have my haul video up on my channel if you want to see all of the makeup that I got. And so I'll have that video linked in the description down below if you haven't seen it yet. But I actually, even though that video was not that long ago, I went back to Dollar General again a couple days ago and I stocked up on those Hanes sweatpants and I got some sweatshirts. But in my video, I talked about how I got these fleece Hanes sweatpants and I thought they were going to cost about $10, which I know that's an amazing deal, but they rang up as $2.10. And then I tried them on and they are amazing, so comfortable, the perfect fit for me. Like, they're nice and long. I'm 5'8" and they're long enough for me, which is hard for me to find in a women's classic sweatpants. So I went back there and I bought 3 other pairs of sweatpants and 2 sweatshirts, and they were still $2.10 for the women's sweatshirts and sweatpants. But then I also got a men's zip-up sweatshirt and that was $3.60. So I highly recommend going to Dollar General and picking up some amazing Hanes sweatpants for an unbelievable price. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about sweatpants as much as I love to. I am here to try out this makeup product, which I am so excited about. This looks beautiful. I got this in the light medium shade. They also had a medium dark version, I believe, and it only cost $5. Proud of myself for choosing one that is still sealed because unfortunately a lot of the products did look like they had been opened, but I actually wasn't paying attention much to that when I was shopping, and sometimes I did choose ones that looked like they maybe had been opened, the seal was broken, but I'm like, whatever, I'll still use it. But this one, the seal was actually still sealed. But so you get a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. Ooh, they have really nice textures. Of course, I'm going to start out with some swatches. That bronzer, hopefully it'll look okay. First impression is that it looks very warm tone, and I'm just hoping it doesn't look too orange on me. Ooh, I really like that blush shade. Ooh, and then a beautiful gold highlight, which is super glowy, reflective. Looks metallic, maybe a little shimmery, but that is really pretty. Here are what those swatches look like. So let's go ahead and add some life into my face. So just my usual contour, blush, highlight routine is to start out, I take an angled brush. Ooh, that's a lot of kickback. And I start with my bronzer, and I typically apply my bronzer right onto the cheekbones now. I used to take it below the cheekbones, but I have just noticed that with my face shape, going right onto the cheekbones suits my face better. It lifts and kind of slenders out my face more. Like, you can even kind of see the difference with it applied to one side of my face. And this is not super pigmented, but it's buildable and easy to blend. So I am finding that I keep dipping my brush back in to build it up. But I actually really like how this is looking on my skin. It looks less orange and warm toned now that I'm applying it to my face than it did in the swatch. But you can see, like, it applied to the upper half of one side of my face compared to the other. That adds beautiful dimension. It warms up the skin to give it more of a sun-kissed look. And I think it looks so good on the skin, like nice and smooth. It's not looking dry. And I love how easy it is to blend out. You can see like it's so quick to apply. Loving this. And then I'm also just going to bring it down and around the rest of my face. So underneath the jaw, and then I go down my neck a tad. But this is a really good both bronzer and contour shade, and that's what I look for because I typically just use one powder product to do both my bronzing and contouring, and I think this was perfect. Like, look at the difference that made. Just this one product that was so fast, but I feel like my face is looking so much more like, it has so much more dimension to it. And I just think it looks so much better right now. But okay, now to move on to blush. Ooh. My only complaint is that there is a lot of kickback. That doesn't bother me too much because as long as the product looks good when I use it and I apply it, I don't really mind the mess. But ooh, I mean, I'm definitely not using a very light hand, but I think this is perfect. I did just do that one dip into the pan, and I feel like that is the perfect amount of blush. And it looks really good. I like this color. I always end up applying too much, but I just want to add a little bit more. Let's just see how it builds up. I mean, luckily for me, I don't think it's easy to go overboard with this blush because it's such a beautiful kind of neutral tone that is so flattering, and it just looks so pretty on the cheek, and it goes perfectly with that bronzer. Like, it's a very beachy, sun-kissed kind of color vibe, which I love. And I feel like this is basically the same formula as the bronzer, where it's so easy and fast to blend out. And then I also like to take my blush over my nose a bit. Love that. Oh, I love this shade. I love a blush shade that gives kind of that bronzy, sun-kissed color to the skin, and this is giving me that. It's not too red, it's not too pink, it's a little bit more on like the dusty bronzy side, which I think is very flattering. So now 2 out of 3 I am loving. Let's move on to the highlighter, and I'm gonna apply this the way I always apply my highlighters, which is just to pick it up with my finger and apply it to the top of my cheeks. And yes, it is blending out so beautifully and looking so glowy. From the swatch, I was a little worried that it might be a little bit too dark, even though this was considered the light version. But no, I think this gold highlight actually looks good with my skin tone, and it looks really good on that blush and with the bronzer. Like, I love a face palette that's actually cohesive, where all of the colors look so good together and actually suit the same skin tone. So I'm very impressed and happy with this. This formula is so pretty as well. I do feel like it's not too sparkly, like I'm not getting like a strip of sparkle. It's actually looking nice and glowy, and it's buildable. Like, you could get an intense blinding highlight, or you can get more of like a subtle natural glow, and I think it looks so pretty. Oh, I love that. You can also, just for the fun of it, go ahead and apply a little bit under the brow bones. Do a little bit on my nose. I wanted to add some life, color, dimension into my face, and this palette did it beautifully. I can definitely see this being my go-to travel face palette because I love all of the shades in here. I love the formulas, and it's really everything I need for my bronzer, contour, blush, highlight. And it's just a great size, so easy, and at such a fair price point. Like, this is definitely better than some of those expensive face palettes that I have tried out. And just what I was saying about the colors just working so well with my skin tone and working so well together is something that's kind of hard for me to find. And I'm just so happy that I have this. So definitely let me know your thoughts on this Believe Beauty Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette if you have tried it out. And as always, thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.